All right, friends, this is day 13, and we are in the second part of Esther chapter 8 today. So, where are we? Haman has been dealt with, but there's still a problem. The king, under Haman's influence, has issued this edict that on this particular day, that the Jews it's kind of open season on the Jews, that the Jews can be killed and there'll be no consequences. And that is an edict that cannot be reversed. I don't understand all the reasons why it can't be reversed, but nobody seems to question that. It is an edict that cannot be reversed. So then, what do you do? I mean, again, Haman's out of the picture, but the evil has been done. I mean, it's like the villain who has already started the countdown on the nuclear explosion, and even though he's been killed, the bomb is still going to go off. So, what do you do? Well, we're going to be looking at verses 9 through 17, and I'm not going to read them, but highlight the important parts here. And again, like so much of Esther, the surface level is just right there. So make sure you read it and see that. But I want to make sure we see a couple of things underneath it also. So how do they fix it? Well, in verse 11, what they do is they issue a different edict saying that the Jews are allowed to defend themselves. So while it is legal to kill Jews on that day, it is also legal on that day for the Jews to defend themselves. So it doesn't mean that there won't be violence and bloodshed that day, but it does mean that the Jews have some kind of recourse. So again, we begin to see here how it is that the Jews, like a path forward for them is being paved, how it is they might be able to be saved. And we'll see tomorrow and the next day exactly what happens there. This gives great hope for the Jews. Mordecai goes out and he's dancing. This edict is sent out to all of the provinces. And while the Jews before this had been in great mourning, all of a sudden, look at verse 16, the Jews had light and gladness and joy and honor. And in every province and every city where the king's command and his edicts reached, there was gladness and joy among the Jews, a feast and a holiday. And what we'll see, I think it's in 2 days reading, is we'll see even more explicitly about how the Jews just feel like this day that it was destined for mourning turns into a day of holiday, a day of celebration. We see that God here behind the scenes, not even explicitly mentioned, is working through people to work out a new path for his people when it seemed like they were at a dead end. And not only that, not only is a path being worked out for them to be saved, but also look at the last line of our reading for today. And many from the peoples of the country declared themselves Jews, for fear of the Jews had fallen on them. Again, fear is like a reverence. It may be an actual like being afraid. We'll see that in a couple of days. But even more than that, it's like a reverence and an admiration. And why is that? Because once again, has this happened so many times already in the story of the Jewish people, and it's happened so many times since. They find themselves at a dead end, and miraculously, they're saved. Miraculously, they make it through. We see that all throughout the Old Testament. We see that all throughout history. That somehow these people just continue to survive, to thrive. And people begin to believe God must be with them. And it says here, I'm reading out of the ESV, that peoples of the country declared themselves Jews. So they actually converted, they actually became Jews. It can be translated in a couple of different ways. Some translations will say that they declared themselves for the Jews. So maybe they didn't become Jewish themselves, but they said, like, we're going to be for the Jewish people. We're going to be on their side in this coming conflict. Regardless, what has happened in this darkest moment for the Jewish people, in this darkest moment for God's people, not only is a glimmer of hope offered for them, but something good is brought out of it. And that is that the goodness of God is put on display. And some of these folks even become a part of this community. And at the very least, they have admiration and respect for it. Out of the ashes of this moment, out of sure destruction that is before them, a surprising sunset dawns. And not only are they saved, but good is brought out of it. What in your life do you feel like is nothing but a sunset? But can you believe there's actually a rising hope also, that not only will give you hope, but through the situation that you're in, will actually give hope to others also. There are things in all of our lives that the sun is setting on. But can we see? Believe that even we can't see, that there is a sunrise around the corner also. I think that's a lot of what we're meant to see here, this incredible reversal. And then that last line, that something surprising is birthed out of this, not just for them, but as a blessing for other people also. So God bless you, friends. We have 2 more days. Keep up with that reading, and I'll see you on the last day of this.